ready. Ladies and gentlemen,
tap in to another episode of Intellects Connect Podcast.
Non-stop entertainment.
Introducing your host, serial entrepreneur G-Town.
Yes, sir.
And rapper and serial entrepreneur D the Business. The Business.
With the hardcore style.
Tonight, we got some usual suspects in the building, Miss Desiree and Miss Q. You know what I'm saying? And we got a special guest in the building, Mr. Mike Will himself. You know what I'm saying? So you know it's a whole lot of CEO shit going on tonight.
For sure.
Yeah. So how everybody doing?
How y'all feeling?
I'm good.
Everybody good?
Yeah, we're live.
How was y'all day? How was y'all day today?
How was your day?
We ain't gonna talk about all that. We ain't gonna talk about all that right now.
I had an amazing day.
Oh, that's good, man.
Very productive.
Yeah, we gotta check on everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Make sure
for sure.
everybody's straight. But before the camera started rolling, we had a conversation going on, man. It is sparked off, and I think we was talking about marriages and why today's marriages are not lasting like our grandparents' marriages and our great-grandparents' marriages. You know what I'm saying? So we know that in order to have a strong nation, you got to have a strong community.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to have a strong community, you got to have a strong family. You
Absolutely.
know, so family is very important. So do anybody want to chime in on why families are not staying together in 2022?
I mean, if I jump in there, I'm gonna say because I think social media, right? I think when something happened, and nowadays when something happened, so many people know, they feel it's like I can't stay with you because, you know what I'm saying, the world know about my issues and
Right.
everybody put all their issues out on the gram and on whatever, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's like, how am I gonna stay with you? Because then somebody gonna ask me, you know, oh, you still with such and such after this? You know
So
what
you
I'm
feel
saying?
like now you more so prosecuted in the court of public opinion
For
now,
sure, for sure.
and it's worse
But-
because everybody
Back
know
back
your
in the
business.
days, I don't think everybody wouldn't know about all your personal laundry like they
I don't
is
think
now.
that's necessarily the problem. Like, I think
Okay.
that because if you don't put your stuff on social media, then nobody will know.
Mhm.
But marriages are still not working out. So why is that? I think that people are going into situations in marriages for the wrong reason.
Absolutely.
I agree.
And not only that, I think that people are going into marriages with their own traumas that are unresolved, and those things, you know, come out in a relationship, and it kind of, you know, it put a damper on a relationship.
You gotta
know?
get rid of that baggage before you get
Yeah,
into
the
a
baggage.
relationship.
Right.
Baggage. Not only that, I think that people don't necessarily value and understand the whole purpose of marriage. People get married for money or for love or for, you know, whatever
Security.
reason, and I think that, you know, it's bigger than that.
It's
Or it
bigger than
should
that.
be bigger than that when we think about nation building or you know, things like that.
Right. I agree. And I think it started before social media. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um,
Absolutely.
You know, I think a lot of things played a part in why marriages don't last that long these days. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I think, you know, the whole independent woman movement kind of contributed to that. I'm not saying I'm knocking the independent
I agree.
woman.
I would.
Wait a minute.
I'm not.
Second it.
Hold on, because you
Hold
on. Let me clarify.
Yeah, please
Because you
clarify.
drew back like I was knocking the independent woman movement. I'm not knocking it at all. You know, I would prefer an independent woman, but what I'm saying is I think that played a part in, you know, the separation of the family.
But how?
Because,
I want to know
because I don't need you, so you disposable.
And I want to
You know what I'm
piggyback
saying?
off that too, though.
You
I
I don't think that's
disposable.
what an independent woman like.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's not what that means.
Not at all.
No,
An
okay.
When you're
independent woman
independent-
is a woman that can fend for herself, and
So-
any
so-
woman in a relationship and in a marriage should be able
To fend for herself.
sustain herself if
And-
something happens to her husband. You know, back in the day, you know, men went off to war. And
Yep.
so a woman needs to be able to sustain herself no matter what.
I agree. I never said a woman should not be able to sustain
So what
herself.
you mean? What you talking about? All that independent.
Clarify.
No,
I would, because I kind of agree with him. I think the word is taken out of context.
you can't be in a relationship or in any partnership and
be
be
independent.
That's for the
Okay.
nigga or the lady. You can't be we together, but I'm independent. It just don't work. You know, more it just does not work.
But why though? Because I mean, if
'Cause
I'm
it's
allowing
already-
you,
I'm gonna tell you what I want to answer that. A house divided will not stand.
but it's not
you know?
divided because you're
If
independent.
you declare independence,
I
you
guess we
not.
need to define
yeah,
independence.
I guess that's what it is.
definitely have
Yeah,
to define
define what
independence,
independence
right?
means.
We need to
in
actually
a
define the
relationship
word.
is in a real relationship. It's no I, me, or nothing. We one. So it ain't no independence or nothing in a real relationship. It's y'all supposed to come together and form one. You know what I'm saying? And make each other better. It's not about what I want or what you can do for me. It's more what can I do to better serve my spouse. It's about being in a place of service. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be in a place of service if you talking about you independent and how you could do everything for your
So
damn
For yourself.
what about an
It's-
independent woman bothers you?
I-
Is it the
I-
word or the
We're not, I'm
definition?
not
repeat this.
saying.
Hold on,
Let's say this.
Let me
We're not
repeat-
saying independent like we don't need you. We're just saying if something were to happen to you, say for
We
instance,
can
you go out
sustain
there and
ourselves.
you die, and I'm just worrying about what you can bring to the table. I gotta still fend for
Are
myself.
we living off of basically what
Your
you bring
income,
to
right.
the
Right,
table?
I have
and-
to-
Right.
That's what I mean by independent. I think we have two different definitions of.
So did y'all hear what I said though? Did y'all hear me clarify my
No,
statement?
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. Can you do it
Yeah,
again?
y'all ain't trying to hear that
I didn't
shit.
hear that
I'm
part.
sorry, y'all ain't trying to hear that shit.
But
You
but
said
still,
independent, and we took it like an attack because Beyonce said,
Right.
"All my independent women."
Hey, throw your hands up, baby.
Right.
So I'm sorry. So go ahead and
right,
clarify
right.
your
Okay, we
statement.
sorry.
My bad.
So all I'm saying is there's less tolerance today than it was back in the gap. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because women are independent.
To tolerance
That's
for
because
what, though?
women now have a
Do
voice,
I have,
though. We
do
didn't
I
have a voice.
problem with independent women? Not at all.
but I think the word
Not
is
at all.
still getting confused. It's a difference between independent and self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
No,
there you go.
I
That's
love
a
that.
big-
I love
I like
that.
self-sufficient.
I love
big
I like
difference,
self-sufficient
I love
better.
That sounds sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Triple S.
I love that. I love that. I love
You don't
that.
gotta declare your independence and I'm
Yeah,
strong. Cause a man don't want a strong woman. You know what
Oh,
I'm
you want a
saying?
weak one?
No, you don't. I'm not saying weak. A man is supposed to be the strength in relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to come to you like the kids do and get nurtured. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to encourage me and push me when shit fucked up
Right.
or life hits me. But in today's society, a nigga would rather be at work than come home because as soon as the nigga walk through the door, you know what I'm saying?
war
Yeah, it's a
zone.
war or the energy or you. I'm just saying, we saying why most relationships don't last,
I'm-
right?
Today.
I'm taking
Today,
you over.
because
Right.
a nigga come and I hear complaints
I
from
think it's
men.
off balance.
I mean, I hear complaints from a lot of niggas who like my wife does not know how to serve me accordingly. You know what I'm saying? That all going to communication, that going to love languages, that shit going to all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, self-sufficient sound way better
When
than
a man-
independent.
When a man is complaining to you about those things, like, what do he ever stop and assess what type of man he is or what type of husband he is? Is he open for love languages or does he know his wife's love language or like, you know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
it's a
That's a good
partnership.
question,
Like you
yeah.
said, it's a partnership, right?
it's
It is a
always a
partnership.
two-way
So-
street.
Right.
And so for me, when I feel like I'm not getting the reaction that I want out of a spouse or a partner, I always try to look back at what it is I'm doing to see like, maybe he didn't like that, or what is it that I did that he didn't like, or what can I do different within my,
If somebody complaining, your focus wrong because you focus on how you not getting what you want instead of how you can serve your. So that's just honestly true. So if a nigga, it's like, bro, I feel you, but if you come in like, how can you better serve? If you, I mean, that's even like with anxiety or anything. I know this is just a life hack for anybody with anxiety. If you get anxious or something in life, just put yourself in a place of gratitude because life really only your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is serious, like, to have somebody and you want them to be how you envision your spouse because everybody got what they want or how they picture
have
what
preference, yeah.
what they spouse, and it's not about what you want. You know, you usually get what you need. That's gonna make you examine internally yourself. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
So it look like today the divorce rate is very high. Relationships
right.
are not lasting. we spoke on unconditional love. Is that going on today? Do we see unconditional love in a lot of relationships today, or is that really a thing of the past?
I think it's a thing of the
And
past.
what is unconditional
I
love?
don't
If
know.
somebody can
I
explain
think
that.
You have to
I think that
define
my
what that
love.
is.
I think that my love has conditions.
Okay. All right.
And
All right.
and maybe that's
Whoa.
not love. I don't know. I'm still learning. God is not through with me yet.
I mean, so we got a few people
That's
on
I
here.
like
Maybe we
that you're
can.
honest about that.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
good. That
I like that.
absolutely.
I like that.
My love and how I treat you is conditional.
So it's not for better or worse.
No,
I
no,
ain't
hold on.
signed
Let
up
me
for that.
let's do
I'm
this.
not married.
Let's do this
I'm
first.
unwed.
Somebody.
I'm unwed.
Okay.
Ain't no ring on it.
Right. But listen, can somebody define unconditional love? Can anybody up here can define unconditional love?
What is unconditional?
I'll try to define unconditional love.
Okay.
Unconditional love, I feel like love, me personally, love is a choice. That's because you have to choose. It's not a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like infatuation or really like love is when I can't stand your motherfucking ass and you getting on my last nerve. You know what I'm saying? And I got all this temptation over here calling me and I could
not
give
the
into
temptation.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
and
get
you
in it.
not-
Don't get in it.
Working on yourself at all and I'm trying to better myself, but I still choose to love your ass. You know what I'm saying?
That's
what
unconditional.
unconditional love.
Oh, that's just stupid. Which one? I'm just saying.
No,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
It's a difference between people be like, it's a difference between patience and tolerance. You know what I'm
'cause
saying?
now that's
So if you doing something, I could be patient with you and want you to grow and get through that because I can't put a time limit on your growth in
That's
life.
true. I
And you
agree.
can't put one on mine. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So then it becomes, yeah, I'm patient with you, but now my tolerance level is shot because, nigga, this 13 years in or 13 months in or whatever. Because people really need to understand. That's why I think it's divorce rates. People like, oh, you ain't changed fast enough for me, so I want to go start over and look somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Are
what
they-
is
are they-
fast enough though? Like
Are they
what,
within their right
when you
to do
said
that, though?
13 years and 4, like that's a long.
I think that when
time.
you-
like how
That's when
how,
love
that's,
come into play,
is that
though.
tolerance though? At that point, I
It
feel like you're
is.
tolerating because you're settling for something that you're, you know,
Right,
like
right.
Like you,
That's
you,
what I'm
you
s-
settling.
that's
I
my
don't-
question.
So if we saying settling, if you've been with this person, however ample amount of time, and this is who you agreed to be with through better or worse, you can't
So you can
control.
never change your mind though.
I mean,
That's what I'm asking.
yeah, you can always change your
Right.
mind. You know what I'm saying? As soon as y'all get y'all first argument, you could be like, "Why the fuck did I get married?" You know what I'm saying? Shit, you in it? Nah, you know what I'm saying? If we talking about real marriage and divorce,
Right.
that's the thing. Once you in marriage, it's to death do us part. So it's like divorce really shouldn't even be an option unless it's something, of course, life threatening or. You know what I'm saying? Very detrimental to you. That's the difference. But if it's, you don't take out the trash
Oh, yeah,
every
that's
day
petty.
or
Yeah, but
stupid petty shit or like I mean, yeah.
I
That
think
shit
I
don't
think
work.
piggybacking off what Desi said at the beginning, people getting into marriages for the wrong reasons, and the divorce rate went up during quarantine significantly.
they got to know each other
They had
for
to
real.
be locked
Locked
in the
in,
house
right, right.
with their significant other, and they realized, man, I don't really rock with this person like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so is it I don't really rock with that person like that, or is it that I mean I feel like if you around anybody for too long in too close quarters, it's gonna be
I
some.
don't think so.
I doubt
I
it.
agree with that,
G-T.
I
I don't
agree.
think
I
so.
don't think
They
so
spent-
either.
yeah.
You
Bro,
around somebody
think
that
so.
you don't really rock with. If that's the case,
For sure.
You
So
don't
you
fuck
feel
with them
like-
like that, and y'all don't agree on a lot of things because
So y'all don't.
when you around somebody who y'all are like minded, then it's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that hard. See, people get with people for the wrong reasons,
Mm-hmm.
and so when you get with somebody for the wrong reasons,
Mhm.
it's a lot harder because
Right.
y'all gonna clash a
And
lot.
then in quarantine,
Y'all
they
gonna
found that
clash-
out.
y'all
They
gonna
found
clash
that out
harder.
when they was in quarantine.
I want to just ask a
that
question.
we're not equally yoked. That's what they found out there in
Mhm.
quarantine.
For sure.
Everybody in here got siblings, right?
Yes.
We love our siblings, right?
Yes.
Even
But sometimes we can't stand
Could you
them,
want to be
and we
locked
finna
in
square
together
up.
with your siblings all
Well,
the time?
Even your spouse, y'all gonna fight and quarrel or whatever. Y'all gonna have disagreements. Y'all not gonna like it. But I'm saying
You're
when
not
you
filing
with
for
somebody,
divorce.
when you with somebody who's like minded, it's way less than when you just get into it for a fat ass.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
some,
right.
That
or
is
some
very
money,
true.
Yeah.
or some
Yeah.
shit like that. The arguments be way different. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? When you with somebody who's like minded, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna come to the table and sit down, and y'all might not agree, but y'all are willing to come to the table. When it's just a fat ass and some money going on,
Right.
it's a whole different story. It be out
Right.
here fighting, shooting, slashing,
Right,
eyes,
It
right,
definitely
right.
become
popping
toxic.
up on people's
Property.
property.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
Big
So
saying?
time.
look, so
Yeah.
okay, I look, I agree with that. But my question is, if it's like that, if you can get with somebody and stay with them in close quarters and through all that, why is the divorce rate so high? Where's the disconnect to where
Because
these people
they
can't
got
find
married
each
for the wrong
other?
reasons.
So
Value-
everybody getting married for the wrong reason?
Nah, a lot of folks
People
are.
are. Yeah, a lot of
Marriage-
people are.
Okay.
The
I'm just
value
asking the
is not
question.
placed on marriage like it was
Back in the day, yeah.
People are getting married for the wrong reasons. Back in the day, it was for family. It was for the community. It was for all kind of different things. Whereas now it's for money or it's for my
Business,
family.
business opportunities,
So
all
my-
It's
so-
kind of
It's
stuff.
because my mama want me to get married, or
So
I
the-
got 2
I'm on a
kids.
timeline.
might
I'm on
as
a
well
timeline.
get married.
I'm 35. I need to hurry
That's
up and marry
big
somebody.
facts.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff.
Man, people do not give a damn about getting married for love or for the right reasons. And
Right.
a lot of people who get married don't even know the right reasons to
To
get
get married.
married.
Right.
It's because they on a timeline.
Society.
So what are the right
Or
We
reasons
ain't
to
society.
even
get
we
married?
ain't even
Or
been
some people,
taught,
hold on, some people get married because of the kid.
we ain't
Mhm.
exactly.
My kids,
We ain't even
like-
been taught the right reasons to get married.
Right.
So
When
let me
we
ask you
should
this.
get
So let
married.
me ask this question: as an unmarried man right now, should I get married in 2022?
No.
I mean, you know, that's cold. Wait, I want to know because nobody can tell you that, bro. See,
I'm sorry. I'm wrong. You deserve love. Yes, you should.
Now, if,
You
you
should.
if you find somebody you equally
If you
yoke with,
find the right, yeah.
but it's not gonna be bliss all the time, my nigga.
You gonna be out here hoeing all your life,
Yeah.
living
You say
unmarried,
calm
I ain't
down.
home.
living unmarried and unwed
Yep.
peacefully, and then when you decide to get married, them curveballs gonna start coming. God, the universe, whatever you want to say, gonna try to test that shit.
Yep.
And you gotta stand 10 toes the fuck down. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying? For real.
I agree.
nah, we
I
do
agree.
hear about a lot of people like a lot of married people. They be like doing everything but trying to go home. Like
Everything.
they chilling at
I'm
the
going
barbershop
home
there
now.
at
They
the
going
bar.
everywhere.
They like nigga don't want to go home. I'm like,
That's so
why
sad.
is that? Like that's some that make a nigga look at it like, man, what's going
so
on?
And
what's
that's
going
what
on?
make that's what make us that's what make
I
us
mean,
Hold
I mean,
on.
nah, but he trying
they
not
don't
to go
want to
home.
go home.
One at a time,
They
one at
would
a time.
rather be anywhere but home.
I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking
What's
shit.
your opinion about that? Men not want to come home, or
Because it's like there's no peace. He said it earlier. It's
But
like kind of like a war
I can
zone.
say this from I just feel like that's with marriage. It's like a fingerprint or a snowflake. You know what I'm saying? I think marriage go wrong when everybody want to put it under. You got to just do what works for your marriage.
Okay.
And
Facts.
that's
I feel
all
that.
it come down to.
I feel
Because
that.
if me and my lady cool going to the strip club and y'all look down upon that, that don't make us wrong or y'all wrong.
Right.
You know
And
what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
of marriages don't work too because families get involved and they like to put their opinions in.
Yeah.
So
no,
we
you
talked
know,
about
And
public
then
opinion.
and we
We
always
talked
say
about public
family
opinion.
is important. So you like to value that. Like, okay, my mom is saying this about this person. Let me listen
Nah,
to
we
my
ain't doing
mom.
that.
But when you
But-
say family,
It's
that's now your family.
right. I
Mom and them
understand that.
days even.
But some people,
yeah,
I'm
that's
saying
true.
they
yeah.
mama still, is very involved and vocal, and they respect it. So
So look. This is what I want to say too, because we talked about being in close quarters with people, and doing look little shit people start doing, getting on your nerves when you in close quarters with them, right?
I'm
So
for
what
having
about
space.
so
I'm
me
for having
myself?
space within a marriage. I'm for having space. Like, let's have 2 bedrooms downstairs. One's supposed to be the guest room, but it's kind of my room.
What about 2 houses?
What
I'm
about
okay with
separate
that too, D.
residences?
You're awesome.
You rocking with that?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's what I was.
I'm okay with that.
So you okay
because
with
people
that?
live different.
Okay, so do a woman have to be like she had to be secure and trustworthy with a
Absolutely.
nigga to let him
What
have
about you?
another?
And a lot
I
of that
wanna-
have to do with the man that she's with. You have to you have to create that environment. Now, if you want 2 houses, first of all, 2 houses, that's a lot. Like that's like, oh shit. That might blow some women like, oh hell no, nigga, you got me fucked up. But if you want that, and if your woman is okay with that, you have to create that environment where she feel like, oh, 2 houses, nigga, we good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like back what Mike Will said, it's whatever works for you.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, if you want 2, 3, 4 houses, that's your business, and you shouldn't
I
have
love
everybody else in your
So
business.
neither of y'all would be opposed to y'all spouses having a separate residence.
No.
If that's what he want to do,
Oh, like happily ever after. You know what I'm saying?
it's
That's
supposed to be though.
It's work. It's work.
No, it's not. That's
gonna be
what I
work.
feel like. That's what is
Not
why.
happily. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, people go and not. I'm just saying in general. I hear a lot of people who have the misconception. Even my people had that misconception. Like, oh, we get married, you transform into super nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not. I'm that same nigga. I was the day before the wedding.
Yeah. You remember that was just yesterday.
Right. I get it. I
When you
get
was
it.
answering the phone, like, can you stop calling him? That was yesterday, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That shit is for real. Like, shit don't just change. And I think people got that
misconception, yeah.
Or I feel like it ain't gonna take that long. They put time limits on it instead of really enjoying the journey. And it's not working. Ooh, let me design you to fit perfect for me. You should be working really on yourself because we all growing and still learning ourselves every day. So if you still learning yourself every day and don't fully know yourself, how can you expect this other person
yep.
to know what you want when yesterday you wanted pancakes and today you want
Now you
waffles?
want,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right.
So
No bullshit.
that's where the confusion come. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Cause
I agree.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
know G want to know that.
Yeah,
I want to know too.
I know you want to
We
know
on the couch
how long
want
is
to know
patient
the collective.
until you wait for that person to grow into.
Because some people sometimes.
Because I feel like this with patience, and because we all grown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a person know what you want or what you require. You dig what I'm saying? And so how long? Because sometimes people will
They keep doing it because
They
you're
kinda-
allowing it.
they kind of massage it. They'll do
Yeah.
it for a minute because okay, you got on me 2 days ago, so
Yep.
now I'm gonna fix it real quick. But then a week later, I'm back in my groove.
Yep.
You dig what I'm saying? Doing what I want to do, and then you need another reminder. Hey, come on, we supposed to
Yep.
be. You know what I'm saying?
So how many reminders?
How many reminders
have
and
to
how
give
long
you?
should
I think
should
that,
patience last?
I think that
But nobody's perfect though.
Nobody.
That's the thing.
That's what. When it comes to being patient, it's like you can't be if you watching them and waiting on their growth and change. How are you working on yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because if you standing at a place like nigga, you still be doing it this long. I would say the answer to patience is as long as the same amount of time you will want grace for the shit you do that they don't like.
okay, I like that.
Mm.
I like
as
that.
much time
So
as
you
you
saying
would like
instead
to
of
get
focusing
yours,
on somebody else and what they doing and what
you
y'all don't agree
wrong.
on, work on
Yeah.
yourself.
It's always
Focus on yourself. Oh, I
it's
love
not. I mean,
And I
it's
think
different.
that once you work on yourself, you will eventually outgrow that person. Because then you will see
Y'all
they
can
not-
still be different.
Exactly.
It's
So-
gonna,
y'all not on the same
but
level.
no. But I
So
want to
that
say
shit'll
that
fall
about
off regardless.
It'll fall off
like-
regardless,
fall off.
right?
That's no. That's the whole relationship. That's why the relationship is not a destination. It's the whole journey. Because it might be a time where you up and you pushing and motivating, and then he's in a different space in life.
If that's
and
the
he
case, then
fully-
everybody should have been with the first person that was with from jump, right?
But you didn't have the knowledge to know. We still
I'm
learning.
asking.
Yeah.
That what you saying? The first person you was with, you was just supposed to be
No,
patient
I'm
with
not
them
saying. No,
because they might be down here and you up
No,
here.
I'm saying the
but
first
And-
person you make that covenant with and make that agreement
That
with.
you willing to
you
go
should
through
be
the good times
if
and the
you
bad
go that
times.
far and you
Right.
doing
Oh, you
that.
talking about marriage?
Yeah,
We talking about marriage.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
if you
We
get
talking about
to a
two different
place,
things.
I was talking about
Yeah, we talking about two different
if you
things.
get to a place where y'all both agreeing, let's be married and go through the rest of our life together.
Mhm.
Yeah, that person you should, unless it's something detrimental to you or even your spouse doing something that you don't like, that's a chance just for you to examine yourself. Why does this bother me? You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on now.
Where did
we just
now,
talked about that.
where did
It's
I
called
go
triggers.
through in life that triggers this about me?
Yep,
Because
trigger,
that
yep.
more shows you something about you than your spouse. Cause remove your spouse. If anybody do what they did, you probably not gonna be nowhere near as patient as you are with your spouse. And are you gonna crash out because somebody triggered something in you? You know what I'm saying? That's just
Talked about
even
that.
outside of a marriage. When people upset you and make you feel some way, yeah, you better check yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, work on you. You know what
When I
I'm saying?
see your
Internally.
face.
And I'm all for that. Self-improvement. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing.
Because I think
So,
that self-improvement will help relationships be stronger and better, of course. Like,
right.
when two people come together and they are working on themselves or, you know, figuring out their triggers and traumas and all that, blah, 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 you
And
know, it'll be better.
and just to reiterate what Q said, it's like if you working on self-improvement and you continually elevating, you'll eventually that relationship or that bond you have with that person, you're gonna outgrow it.
I
So
don't,
it ain't no-
believe so.
I do.
I'm not, and
absolutely.
I'm
You
not
do
talking about
outgrow
marriage.
people.
I'm not talking about marriage. I'm just saying, period, like relationship. If
Oh, yeah,
if
yeah,
you
for
steady elevating and the person that you with, you trying to motivate them to elevate and they not elevating, you will outgrow that person.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's how
saying?
you. If it's that before y'all leave into a place of marriage,
Right,
you
before
should-
marriage.
Yeah. Not saying you
But
can't
even
even
in
be
marriages,
cool.
you can outgrow a person in
You can
marriage.
outgrow a person in marriage,
I
too.
was just
You can
about to say,
outgrow a
what
person
if
in
that
marriage.
happens within marriage?
It does, absolutely.
It happens
and I'm
all
here,
the
I'm here
time.
for it all day if you
That's-
want to go back and forth.
No, but
So
I love it. But no, because I agree with you. That's what I agree. It happens all the time.
You confusing me. You making me. It seems
Yeah,
like
first
the
you
very
say-
first person you married. Because some people get married young. I may not have known what love was at 18, and I got married at 18. And you mean tell
But
me
you
I gotta
still made
sit
that
here and be?
covenant.
But I'm saying I made a mistake. I'm not perfect, right?
Yeah,
So
that-
therefore, I'm not about to sit here
Well,
when
let-
I'm
let me-
18
well, let me jump-
and sit here and be patient.
You're not gonna sit
and
there?
grow. Hell no.
But let me give you an example to
The
that.
whole world out there.
If you
Oh my
make a
God.
decision at 18 to shoot and murder somebody,
Oh,
which
wait.
was a mistake,
Yeah.
your ass gonna sit in jail even though you grow and realize.
We talking
damn,
about
my shit-
marriage. I'm
But
not
it's
doing
still-
nothing like we talking about marriage.
But I'm saying once you make that decision, the decision is made. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but
that's what when you say
even
that.
when you 18, you might get parole.
Let me
They
ask
give
this
you
question.
another chance. You
Let
can
me
get
ask
out.
Let me ask Mike
you
Wood
can
this
still have a
question.
life.
So Mike,
I'm just
if
saying.
you get married at a young age like that, and then you in your marriage and you are not happy, you're miserable all the time, and you're trying to make it work, but it's not really
It ain't
clicking
working.
for you.
Because
Should you stay there and try and keep trying and being miserable and getting gray hairs, or should you free yourself and get away from that situation? And you know what I'm saying?
And that's for
Work
you
on
and
yourself.
the other person.
I'm just
That's
asking.
for the other person too.
I'm just asking because I don't know.
Because why are you standing
Because
there
a
miserable?
lot of people choose to free themselves, and that's what
Yeah.
we talking about. We talking about divorce rate.
Fantasia,
divorce
baby.
rate.
Don't
Yeah,
A
yeah,
worry,
lot
don't
of people
touch me.
choose not
Go ahead
to
and
be
free.
miserable and free themselves, right?
And that's the right choice, in my opinion. I honestly feel that way. I don't feel like nobody should be living life miserable. If you're not elevating at your best, then how are you sitting here saying I'm just being patient but you're not being the best you can be because you're miserable really deep down.
I feel like if it costs you your peace, it costs too much.
It costs too much, baby.
It costs
You
too
gotta
much.
go.
You know?
Everything must go.
Life is too short. You know what
Even
I'm
you.
saying?
Y'all ain't even let Mike
so let
answer
me ask
though.
y'all this.
Y'all ain't let Mike
He ain't
answer
had
the
no
question.
answer because
about
he
it.
said
Let me
that.
answer this.
Get it out, 'cause I mean,
He ain't had no answer.
Let me ask you this:
Go ahead.
is marriage bigger than just marriage to you? Is it
that's
more
what it
so?
comes down to. Yeah.
You know, children
title.
being raised in a 2-parent home? Is it more so community, nation building, or is it just how you feel?
Like I say, when I started the show, I said, we need strong families, we need strong communities, we need strong nation.
Before you proceed,
Go ahead.
that's where confusion comes. A strong family is nothing to do with a marriage. My relationship and my marriage has nothing to do with my kids.
I
it
believe.
has a
And people-
very lot to do
No.
with it.
Listen,
But you're-
listen,
ahead.
listen,
Hold on,
listen,
hold on.
listen,
Okay,
listen.
let me go
Please
ahead and
listen to
finish.
me.
Go ahead.
That's what a lot of people. That's why a lot of marriages fail. A marriage is its own individual thing. I'm married to you. You married to me. This ain't got nothing to do with my mama. This ain't got nothing to do with. The only other person that should be involved in our marriage is God. And like a triangle, we should be connected equally at the bottom and God at the top.
What about
Ooh.
your children?
yeah, we're gonna take care and raise our children, right? They
No, I'm
not in
saying
our marriage though.
I believe that a family.
How long you been married?
No. I believe.
How
that
long have you been married?
I've
Don't
never
try to
been
do
married.
people like
I'm
that.
just saying.
I've never been married.
No,
I've never been
okay,
married.
so
He's trying to make a point. I think I know where he going with
but
it.
I'm saying I'm saying, are we talking about a family? Or are we talking about marriage?
Talking about a family.
Marriage is family.
No,
We talking
Then you
about
just
two
say
different-
your
no,
wife
listen.
is your family. You said that with the little circle around.
I know.
You
no,
said
because
that.
you were saying about your mother and people listening to their family.
Right.
So Mike
I
Will.
said that's not it's your family, but the family is your family, not nothing outside of.
Meaning
But
your
your
wife,
kids,
you and your wife and your kids.
It's your family,
That's
right?
your family.
Right.
My marriage
is to
is
you and
with
your
my
wife.
wife.
I said,
My marriage ain't with
it ain't
me,
with your
her,
kids.
my
It's not with your
kids.
kids, right?
Yeah,
I
my
get it.
marriage is with my wife.
Okay.
So we shouldn't. Our kids have nothing. People use that as excuses. People play games with that. But I'm talking about. Hold on. Let's be clear. If we talking about real marriage, you know what I'm saying? Like a real covenant, and we together. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm speaking on. I ain't talking about playhouse. I ain't talking about no. I'm talking about real marriage.
So the
Like,
kids are not in it, or they're not.
They not in your
considered.
marriage.
They're not. No, not. They're not in the marriage, but they're not considered when
Family.
it comes to making choices about the marriage.
What choice could they be considered in about me and my spouse?
All right, let me ask you this: do you feel like children raised in a two-parent home have an advantage or benefit more in a two-parent home than in a single-parent home?
I do.
Okay, so that's what I mean by a strong family. When the parents are together with the children in the home, I feel like that produces stronger children and children that are
I agree with
better
that.
off. So when
But that
when
ain't got nothing to do with our marriage, though.
okay, you can say that, but what I was talking about was a family, a strong family.
I agree with that 1,000%. That's what I was asking.
All right.
So if we talking about families, yes, I feel like it sets the example. You get that protection, providership. You see that in
You see
the
both.
male,
You
and you
see
get
the-
nurturing.
You get
men
both. You
don't
get
know
both.
how to. I honestly, if we talking about real example, even with my kids, I know it be times where I question myself, like, damn, am I just insensitive as fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, my little girl could fall or scrape up, and I know I couldn't provide that same love and nurturing that her mama can. You know what I'm saying? Compared to if they scared to do something, I'ma get your ass up there. You could do this shit. You know what I'm saying? They mama might not be able to do or encourage them in that. So I definitely feel like you get equally
You
what
get the
you
balance.
need. Yeah,
It's
and when
balance.
it is a single home, whether it's your mother or father, they start trying to play roles
Both
that they
roles.
not supposed
Exactly.
to.
Come on,
You
now,
know
you
what
gotta
I'm
let the
saying?
church
It
say
takes people out of
Amen.
character.
It take people out of
Right.
character.
It
Yeah.
takes people out of character. So
So
that's
then-
all I was saying.
Yeah.
So that's all I was.
So let's
that's
talk
all I
about
was
That's
real
saying.
true.
marriage. That's
Crazy
why
trouble
you're
come quick.
supposed to keep yourself until you locked in marriage.
Oh, wait,
you know
wait,
what I'm
wait,
saying?
wait.
You
That's-
Hold
this-
on.
if we talking this is why I say you should keep yourself.
So look, I got
Go
a
ahead.
question though.
Uh-huh.
What if the two-parent household is an unhealthy one?
Right.
Is a single household better for that child, or them living with parents who they see hate each other?
Yeah. So that plays a role. It's called toxic.
That is a very that is a very that's honestly an excellent question.
No,
You know
that's-
what I'm
that's-
saying? I mean,
I
but
was gonna ask the same thing.
I feel like every situation is different. Like
Right.
everyone.
It
Didn't
boils
somebody say it's
down
like the
to
same?
being on the same
it's kinda the
page
same
with your
thing.
spouse,
I think
being
so,
on the
too.
same frequency, getting to really know a person outside of just, oh, you look good, oh, hey, or it's convenient, or hey, I see you every time I do this, or you know what I'm saying? And then we jump into bed together, and then before we know it, emotions are involved, fuck around, kids are involved. You know, for me, or to me, it boils down to just like really getting to know a person and being on the same page.
Facts.
Right.
Because
Facts.
if you ain't on the same page, none of that shit gonna flow. Even when you on the same page, you still
gonna
gonna
be
have
some rocky
disagreements.
You
times.
still gonna have some rocky
You gonna know how to
times.
deal
You're
with
still
them,
gonna have
yeah.
disagreements, but because y'all
Okay.
think alike, or y'all are like minded,
Y'all can work
or
through
y'all
that.
agree on a lot, it's easier to work
Work through it.
the
So
normal
okay.
daily things
Yeah.
that come up in the world and in life and in relationships.
So basically, in order for marriages to last, like our grandparents' marriages lasted, we need to we need to, from the jump, we need to court each other, right? Instead of dating, instead of going out and then
Smashing.
not before too long getting physical
Right.
and getting emotions involved. We need to court each other and ask the important questions, right? The hard questions, and really understand where this person is headed in life, and understand where I'm headed in life, to understand, okay, we're not headed in the right direction. Let's not do this.
But that's true. But,
But
some
also
people,
to value
could be
marriage,
putting
though.
on. Some people could be putting on a little front.
That's why I say you gotta
Everybody
really
send
get
their
to know
representative.
somebody.
Because they know,
They gonna send their
they trying to get
representative.
married, so
Okay.
they put on their best behavior
Yep.
until
So
they
you saying
get
they
their
gonna lie?
prize.
They gonna lie?
Yeah, they send their
That's
representative.
why I come to really
Okay.
getting to know. You have to. It ain't even
So
questions.
that's what I'm trying to figure out what
What
is
it
the
is. That's
solution.
what I'm saying. So it's
So
not
how
even.
do you really get to know somebody?
So the thing, it's not even questions, because you could meet someone, and that's
ain't
something
never
people
gonna know.
do. People,
Right.
people are very
Until
situational.
10 years later.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. They pop out
People-
like
10
this.
years later.
People
Got
very
this nigga.
Right, I
situational.
got
They
this.
ask situational questions.
Yeah,
Where you work
I
at?
understand that, but tell me what the real questions to ask. Don't
So
tell
it
me
ain't- but that's
what
the thing.
people
I
do.
don't-
It's not
Listen.
about just questions. It's about questions.
it's actions.
It's about observation.
I think it's the actions,
It's about
they
time
actions.
that
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
It's about popping up on a motherfucker when they don't think you coming.
Oh man.
It's about a lot of things. Okay, it's about a lot of things. It ain't just one thing. It ain't just
Yeah.
5 questions.
All
that's
right,
gonna get it
that's what
done.
I'm saying. So tell me what
It's a lot.
it is.
Get to know them for
Observe a
real.
motherfucker,
Yeah.
watch- I
Time,
like to
bro.
watch
Time.
people.
Right.
I like to
Time.
watch people
Time.
over time.
Right,
Time.
over time, yeah.
Time.
Absolutely.
I
That's
like
how
to
you really
test
get
a
to
nigga
know
too
somebody,
from time
yeah.
to time. Let me see how you react to stress and pain.
Right, right, right.
You know what I'm saying? I put a nigga to the test from time to time too. You know?
Okay.
I don't know. You know?
All right. So that's what we got for the people. You know what I'm saying? In order to sustain, to
You
get
gotta
in a
take your time
situation,
before you walk down that aisle. Take your time.
take your
Take your
time.
time.
How much time though?
Be observant.
Until you feel
I don't
like
think-
I know this
Yeah,
person.
I don't think you should put a time on. Like,
Don't go when you go in with expectations that yield disappointment.
right.
If you meet
Absolutely.
somebody
Let
and
it
y'all
naturally
click and it's
flow.
like, oh,
Let it naturally-
niggas will jump 5 years from now. I could see us and man, and then you start trying to form your relationship to that instead of just
Letting
know
it flow.
nothing and
Yeah, just
let
let
it
it
just
flow.
be
Okay,
what
let me
it
ask
is.
this question though. While you are observing this person and you taking your time, are emotions getting involved? Are y'all getting physical?
Should you
Is
get
it? Is
physical?
it? No,
Oh,
no.
Lord.
Are you getting? I ain't talking about should you. What happens?
Why would you
What
get
happens?
physical with somebody you don't even know if you fully want to be with?
Nigga, why do niggas be
Because
Do you,
that's what
have you
y'all
got
do.
physical with somebody you
gotta
don't
turn
really
this
want
a
to be
whole
with?
Wait,
nother
we
conversation.
talking about
Nigga, we talking about real
That's
life.
what y'all do.
marriage.
Hold on, we
Wait a
talking about
minute.
real life,
Okay.
nigga.
Wait one goddamn
We talking about real
Okay.
talk in this motherfucker.
Okay, so real talk.
People,
Don't-
y'all don't even
I'm
know.
saying,
We
but
ain't talking about.
listen,
We not talking
so
about
if we
fairy
talking
tale
about
shit.
real talk,
We ain't talking about
motherfucking
if
fairy
you
minute,
go
tale shit.
about it the right way, it eliminate all the bullshit. But of course, people gonna see something they like.
Ain't nobody
they gonna
going about
click.
shit the
Exactly,
right way.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
what's
Ain't
up?
nobody-
So that's why marriages don't last. Niggas not going about them the right way.
Okay.
They
All right.
they go about it the wrong way.
So look-
and
I'm
it
okay with
forces
that.
a marriage. I meet you, we click, we vibe, sex good. I could chill around you. You can ride and meet with me with the homies. You cool enough to even bring around the family. But damn, I can't stand how you handle your money. Damn, I can't stand
right
how when a
now.
nigga
Right.
talk to you and try to
Ooh,
tell you
shit,
something,
it's getting
you get
serious.
to popping off and you toxic.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga,
Oh,
why you
Lord.
ain't answer the phone? But I'm looking past all that because your sex good. You know what I'm saying? And you take me out sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Damn, now you pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Right.
There go
Oh,
the
so
kid,
now
right.
shit real.
Now I'm stuck.
Oh, now you feel even more empowered because nigga, now I got you by the nuts. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Now it's like, damn, you ain't who I
Entitled.
thought you was. Nah, nigga, this how the bar rolling because you didn't even get a chance to see who she really was.
Right.
Right.
If we talking for real though,
Right.
You know what
That's
I'm
what
saying?
I want to hear.
That's
We-
fact.
And that's what's
talking-
going
That's
on.
fact.
And that's
That's
what's
fact.
going
That's
on in the
what's
world
going
today.
on compared to
Absolutely.
fuck all that. Let me really get to.
And on the flip side,
I'll
women doing the same shit. Women doing the same shit with a nigga with a bag. They looking past all the other
Red
shit.
flags.
Yeah,
All the
all
red
that
flags,
shit.
all the red
Yeah,
flags.
Absolutely.
And
Amen,
they
my brother.
accepting
Preach.
what a nigga do, and
want
then
me
they
to
get
go
into a
on these
situation
motherfuckers?
where they not really happy, and
Right.
they can't reach their full potential in this relationship.
Now the nigga done got
because-
you pregnant. Now you like fuck.
Yeah, because women,
Yep.
that's the shit.
Yep.
If we talking about millennials, they brag on it. My nigga got this. It ain't, ooh, I met this dude, he a man of character. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He got high morals. He got a
Yeah.
lot of
Integrity.
respect
He's
for me. You know what
They
I'm saying?
always talk
He
about,
very
he drive
respectful,
this
yeah.
or he got this.
Yeah. If you talking about some monetary or a nigga getting notoriety from anything outside of himself, you know what I'm saying? What is we talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, that
True.
shit look and sound good. That's like a
It don't even
cardboard
sound
box
good.
wrapped in Louis Vuitton fucking fabric, but
Right.
you open it,
It's a
pile of
cardboard box.
shit.
It's a
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That shit is crazy. Or you can see a cardboard box here with nothing on it. You open it, it's $1 million check. You know what I'm saying? It's really, people go for what we see. That's why the metaverse is so, man, that's a whole nother, you know.
That's a whole nother
Because
topic.
niggas
That's
can
a whole
go in there and
nother
become
topic.
anything that was my first, hold on, I got my first time.
That's
in
a
the
whole nother
metaverse
topic,
was
Mike,
That's
yesterday.
a whole nother
That's a
topic,
whole
Mike. You
nother
ain't getting on that.
Oh,
You went to the
shit.
metaverse yesterday. We gonna get on that though. We
Yeah,
gonna get on that.
nah,
We
for
gonna have a
sure.
whole show
It
about
was
that.
live.
That shit was amazing. nigga.
Who you morphed into?
I mean, I guess
I
we,
want to know who you morphed into.
I guess we can wrap this one up because I think we didn't exhausted this. You know what I'm saying?
We want y'all to join the conversation, though. You know,
Absolutely.
What y'all think? You know,
Absolutely.
why
First-
the marriage is not lasting like that?
Why our marriage is not lasting today like they did with our grandparents and great grandparents?